For those of you guys that played FIFA 21 Ultimate Team, there might have been a time around the spring period where you guys saw a certain David Ospina rise about 50k for no exact reason. Only later to find out that it was actually a TikTok trader that was pushing a basically pump and dump of this card. Well, believe it or not, the TikTok Discord stuff is all back, the drama's already here, earlier than I expected, but it is for sure here. And it is due to one certain card type absolutely flying, including a Upamecano, including Tomori, and including a bunch of other cards that basically rose up for no reason, only for some traders to discover some pretty interesting stuff that could be very, very dangerous to the FUT market. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you drop a thumbs up, and if you're enjoying the daily FIFA 22 market videos, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you never miss out when I upload. So guys, do we have a good one here for you? So recently, Whale, a very well-known trader on Twitter, he's very good at trading and he does run a premium Discord. He actually found that someone was stealing his, private Discord tips or whatever. It's kind of messed up, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. But people were redistributing the tips into their own Discord, basically like copy and paste. They have it right here. What ended up happening is people actually started posting him into their free Discords or onto TikTok. And well, as you guys can see on the screen, some of these Discords have 50,000 members in it. That is quite a lot of people to receive a tip on something. And then throughout Twitter, there were multiple people posting images of other Discords with tens of thousands of people in it. And I'm actually in one myself that has 12,000 people in it. I don't contribute into it or anything, but I like to kind of just look and see what's posted. And more times than not, the advice is very garbage and not good enough at all. Like, this can make you lose coins. But the worst part is it really affects the masses. Now, I'm not saying these Discords should not exist, and I think it's a really, really good thing. As someone who lives in an area where FIFA and Ultimate Team is not so popular, it is nice to interact with people through my YouTube comments, on Twitter, and even on some Discord servers that I'm in. But on such a large scale, I have a problem with people who are giving blatant advice or just advice with no context to it. They're simply just saying, buy this. Now, there was a certain TikToker out there who was pushing out a once to watch Tomori. Now, this card is 79 rated. He's not really superb, and despite any leaks or links that this guy could have, there's not really a real reason for this card to be this high in price. He has gone from 35k to 75k or 80k on pure nothing. No leaks, nothing. Now Spice, who cares? We're making coins, it doesn't matter, nobody's losing here. Well, yeah, nobody is losing just yet. Now, they're in a market. You need to sell to somebody in order to profit. So people are obviously buying these cards right now, expecting them to go even higher. What these Discords don't show you, and most of the time don't tell you, is they don't tell you when to sell. They don't tell you when to sell in the hype or whatever. They're basically telling 50,000 people, and I know there's not going to be 50,000 active users, but at a time there could be 3, 5, maybe even up to 10,000 people within an hour that might see that message. They're telling 10,000 people to go and buy that card. And obviously it works because people are moving the prices of this. I see the TikToks, they have hundreds of thousands of views. And yes, maybe not all the people are buying, but you're still getting thousands that are going to put coins into this. So people are buying, and the only people that really profit are those traders because they bought at 40,000 and they're likely selling to you guys right now that are, buying in right now. As I said, I'm sure some of you guys watching this video are in these Discords, and I don't have a problem with it. I think it's, again, a great way to learn how to trade. You get a big community, you can get tips and, tricks on FIFA as a whole, and it's nice to talk about it with people, but you have to be careful. So I'm not going to sit here and bash them because, quite frankly, it isn't against the rules to do what they're doing. There is no rule saying you can't advertise a player to buy. There's no rule saying you guys can mass buy. Now, I'm pretty sure you can't price fix, but what are the rules on price fixing? Because they're just saying this card has the potential to go up in price. Yeah, there's no actual reason for it, but technically they're not doing anything wrong. So I do want to explain in the second half of this video how to kind of take advantage of this. Because looking at Upamecano, he was one that was heavily advertised in a lot of those Discords I'm talking about, and even on TikTok too. So much so that this Upamecano card ended up going past 200k on the day before. I think it was the morning of Team of the Week coming out on Wednesday. If I can pull it up, it might be a little bit too late. But I know on Wednesday, it doesn't even look like it updated too much, but he ended up pushing over 200k, and people were still advertising to buy at like an hour before Team of the Week came out. And what ended up happening is he crashed down 40k, and a lot of people ended up losing coins on this card, which, you know, is unfortunate because people probably weren't told to buy at that time or whatever. And it's actually crazy how much this is happening because we saw almost a bunch of ones to watch cards start getting pushed up in the hype. We saw Tomori go up. We're seeing cards at discard price start pushing up. DePaul is another example of one that he's randomly at 20k all of a sudden for really no reason at all. Konate went up to 27k. Yeah, he played against Manchester United, but that doesn't warrant a rise like this from 15 to, 26, 27k. This is just people purely being told to buy in, and they buy in and they see the prices going up, but they don't realize this is investors just buying it up, and it's not actual people who want to use the card or get it for an upgrade or whatever. So they end up buying, and who is there to sell to? They're not being told when to sell, and more likely than not, this card will dump when Konate doesn't play on the weekend or something, or whatever, he doesn't upgrade, whatever these people were investing in and hoping for. And we even saw it in the ones to watch Team 1 as well. I want to say there was another discard card who ended up going up a good amount too. It was actually Saul. This guy doesn't even play for Chelsea, and he's up to 21k for some reason. He ended up going up a little bit higher on one of the consoles too. This guy doesn't even play for Chelsea. Why are people investing in him? So as you can see, he went from 13k to 20k during that same kind of Tomori hype, Upamecano hype, all that ones to watch hype that was coming out. And as I said, I didn't have a problem with it. And I'm not going to go on to Discord and show you guys them personally because I don't want to give the free advertisements out anyways. But I just think it's crazy. And there's so many other servers too out there in different languages and stuff too, where you're going to see a lot of this. So I know some of you guys are definitely going to be in it. And I want to kind of explain to you how you can profit off of it and how to kind of just prepare for it. First things first, if you see an investment that is already up. So for example, one of the TikToks, it was on the Tomori. Posted the video 4 different times. There's 4 different Tomori videos saying invest in this card or whatever. Once you guys see that a card has started to rise, so for example, Saul is a good example. If you see that he's already up, a good chunk, 5k already, that is a lot for a card that's going to have no upgrades. You guys probably shouldn't buy in. Now, if you do get in early, you're in the servers and you see a big notification come up for a card like that, and there's already extra hype on the live cards and stuff, it's not a bad shout to get in early, but you guys want to make sure you sell in the hype. So selling like right now would be a good sell in the hype. Selling Upamecano before Team of the Week, that is a good one to sell in the hype. Selling any of the cards of Konate or Tomori, selling them right now, that is selling in the hype, and you guys should do that if you have these cards because these are way too high right now as is. So if you guys are holding these cards, I definitely would recommend selling. Now, for example, when you guys are taking these investment tips, especially off of TikTok, TikTok's algorithm is so weird in the way that it posts, those videos, because you might be seeing a video on your feed about a Tomori or something, or an investment that was posted a week ago, and you might not even know. So you have to make sure that it's up to date, and with any tip, make sure you're kind of seeing where the market's currently at, and B, always sell in the hype. Now I know I'm going to get some comments now. Spice, you post tips too on YouTube with thousands of viewers. Yes, but I also always provide you guys a sell price, and I always kind of keep it more vague. I kind of go for card types, and I throw out a lot of different examples, which I think is very different. And I don't think I come out here and blatantly say like, hey guys, let's pump the shit out of Ospina. Let's push him from 20k to 70k, which, I don't do that. So of course, just be weary of it because we're gonna see a lot of it. And it does bring me to the next thing because there is gonna be some TikTok versus Twitter drama. Maybe we'll cover it if it's interesting enough, but we've already seen some of them start kind of talking towards each other, and that's just how it goes. Now personally, if you guys are taking tips, usually YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter are the best places to take it. Instagram has some pretty crappy content, and TikTok is also very hit or miss. When you guys are in those Discords, usually the free ones don't have the best advice. There's a reason why people pay for Discords or charge. It's because they have good tips. Free Discords can be hit or miss, so make sure you guys are always kind of aware of, you know, what you're buying, who's telling you the advice and stuff. Don't just listen to some random Joe Schmoes, because you guys more often than not will end up losing coins. But it's definitely going to be something to watch, because I do think there's going to be a lot of this type of stuff where we see cards just randomly fly for no reason. And of course, if you have it, you know, you have a card, sell in the hype or whatever. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, what's really the big deal? Think of it like this. I mean, if I was to sell everything, I would probably have the coin power to control an entire Baresi market, making a card super hard to kind of, buy or whatever. I could buy literally all the supply up if I really wanted to. And what I could do is set his price super high. And let's say someone does fall into the trap of buying him, thinking he goes up, and all of a sudden, I just drop the price back down and, make a tiny bit of profit or something like that. That is what people can do with this, and that's what a lot of traders are doing. A lot of those free traders, they're invested way before they even tell you those tips. So just kind of be cautious on that. If you guys enjoyed this kind of video, drop a like. Let me know down below what your thoughts on it all. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We got some promo content coming out later today. Cannot wait to share it with you. And until next time, peace.